Hello everybody. So I know obviously I'm not in my usual getup. I have a funeral to go to today. So I had said yesterday that I was going to do this video, and I realized that later today I'll probably be all poofy-eyed and a little bit of a mess. So if I wanted to get this done, I gotta do it now. So some of you guys may not know, but when I first started, this was before even Trainer in Pink. My first business was Train with Alba. But when I first decided that I wanted to go and take the courses and start this whole thing, my first certification in personal training, seems so long ago, I myself was overweight. And so I knew that if I wanted to do this for other people, I had to take care of myself first. Now keep in mind, back in that day, hubby and I were pretty freshly married. We were pretty broke. And so these things that I did to help lose the weight were simple things that don't cost extra money. So I wanted to share those with you guys. So some of the things that I did, first of all, was I made sure to drink plenty of water. I always, first and foremost, tell all of my clients they got to do three things. They got to make sure that they get good sleep. They got to make sure that they drink enough water, because how else are you going to expect anything to flush or move out of you? And then you've got to do something for yourself every single day. And it doesn't matter what that is. It could be a workout. It could be taking a bath. It could be reading a book. It could be sitting outside with a glass of wine. TV doesn't count. Taking a nap doesn't count. Sorry. But ooh, hold on. I'm about to run out of time. I'm gonna start it over. Another simple thing that I did was I only ate when I was hungry. So we live on a clock, right? I absolutely recommend that everybody has breakfast. Because if you don't have breakfast, you're not getting your metabolism started for the day. Now, if you're trying to do the whole intermittent fasting thing, that's a whole nother, there's a whole bunch of other things that go with that. But I typically will recommend that each of my clients they wake up and within the first hour they have breakfast. So that way their metabolism, their body knows, oh, I got food, I got fuel, let me start using it. And then that way it boosts your metabolism and gets it going for the day. But after that, I wouldn't eat unless I was hungry. And so, if come my lunch hour, if I, wasn't hungry yet, then I wouldn't eat yet. And I would just arrange myself to eat later. Now, another thing that I did was to have, let's say I would do, when I did have lunch, I would start with just half a sandwich. I would give myself a smaller portion, and I would have sandwiches, by the way, people that are trying to ex-nay bread. Don't ex-nay bread. Your body needs carbs. It's good energy. So I would start with a half sandwich or something, and then 20 to 30 minutes later, if I was still hungry, then I go ahead and eat the rest of it. But most of the time, I was good after that. It's like we've forgotten to recognize what hunger feels like. And so it's important to do that so that your body knows those triggers. And then also stopping eating around the 80% mark, because a lot of times your body still has to catch up, because we eat too fast. As Americans, we eat too fast. And so your body still has to catch up. And so waiting and doing, waiting a little while, let your food settle. And then if you're still hungry, then eat something else. And then another big one, especially coming into the new year, I would not weigh myself every day. Stop weighing yourself every day. Because what ends up happening is people will do they'll be like, oh, I lost point something. And then it's like their whole their whole brain chemistry changes. And then it's like a form of self-sabotage. So what I would do and what I recommend is to weigh yourself once a week. So obviously you want to weigh yourself first thing in the morning, book naked, okay, on a day. And I do Mondays, because then that way it gives me a little bit more encouragement to make better choices during the weekend. But weigh yourself every Monday. And then that way, when you go throughout the week, because your body fluctuates every single day. And so if you decide that one day you go and eat Chinese food and then you gain 4 pounds, well, yeah, you had some salty food, and so you're retaining water. And too many ladies will be really hard on themselves for something like that. So just weigh yourself once a week. And then that way, when you come around the following week, you're just looking for those little goals weekly. And then another thing that I did was that I would not have a full-on cheat meal until I lost 5 pounds. And the reason being was because I recognized that every 5-pound increment, like let's say that I was at 175, I would wait until I hit the 170 mark to really indulge in something like a piece of cheesecake, or because it's so easy to eat a piece of cheesecake and then the next day you jumped up 3 pounds. And it's because your body's holding on to things that it's not used to. There's water weight attached to that. There's a whole bunch of things. But those are things that I used that doesn't cost you any additional money. Give it a shot. I love you guys. Mwah.